Hi, it's Joy, and today Grogu and I are going to be watching The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 8, Chapter 24, The Return. This is the Season 3 finale, and I personally am devastated that this season has come to an end. I feel like it was literally yesterday that I was bouncing around the house because I was so excited to get to start the season, and now it's finished. But I am terrified, and also ready. The ending of the last episode was very traumatic. I'm very stressed. I'm hoping the return is going to mean the safe return of Din Djarin to Grogu, and maybe the return of all Mandalorians to Mandalore, and no sinister returns, okay? A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions to The Mandalorian and Star Wars television in general on my Patreon, unedited. Yes, let's go.
My copy.
You're about to have company. Where's Grogu? I genuinely did not see Grogu run past. Where's Grogu? Brilliant, Din. Oh god.
No. I'm okay. Help me up.
So freaking stressed about where Grogu was, and then he was like going after his dad because of course he was, and there's the way he fought them off going no, because he was so worried, and then he saw there was fire, and so he was like, I've got to make sure there's no fire on him, I've got to protect my dad. Oh, hell. Oh, he's so happy to see him. Yes. Oh.
Thank you for your help, Grogu. I'm gonna need you to be brave for me, okay? We can't keep. If we don't take out Moff Gideon, this will never end.
I know. Yeah.
With me.
Yes, he nodded. He didn't even need to use the yes button. He's with you. Yes. Oh, fuck my heart. Oh, I was so freaking stressed that they were going to have to like go on an elaborate thing to get him back, that they were going to torture him. And you know what? Grogu was just like, I'm going to go get my dad. And he did. I'm mad that none of you noticed Grogu disappearing. I want them to go after Moff Gideon and put an end to him for good. But I mean, I want him ideally to go to prison, but that's clearly not going to happen. But I'm just so freaking stressed because it's two of them against their whole forces, and yes, it's the two most brilliant characters in the entirety of Star Wars. Fight me, but like, oh, this brave, terrified droid.
Everyone go. Move. Go.
You better not be. Although he wouldn't have relayed the message if he was a spy. He's gonna die, isn't he? God, the two of them that were fighting in the previous episode, are they both gonna give their lives to save the others? I hope not. One of them was bad enough. They're gonna meet the bombers coming the other way. There might be some crashes. Well, luckily the dense atmosphere, I guess, they didn't manage to not crash, and they didn't read them coming past. You're very brave. God. Stressed. Can you take their weapons? Yeah. Damn it! He wanted that gun! Finally has a gun. Oh no, the little meddler! Is Grogu okay down the other end? Moff Gideon knows we're coming, I don't like this.
Good job, buddy.
Quickly, I don't like that they're separated by a corridor. I don't care, I'm over dramatic right now with my fear, but I'm freaking terrified. Is he cloning himself? Huh? You run to him. Run, Grogu, run. Fucking hell.
I never knew the surface could still sustain plant life.
All they need is room to grow.
Lady Kryze, your reinforcements have arrived.
everyone else fucking stressed? The return of Mandalorians to Mandalore. A nice mid-air jetpack battle. Jesus Christ. Are they trapped?
We're finally going to be perfect. The best parts of me, but improved.
The way they
by
protect
adding the
each
one
other and
thing
care.
I never had. Smother them before they could draw their first breath.
Yes. Oh god. God, the battle raging above them. This is fucking cheating! Thank you for telling me who these people were as well in the last one. They looked familiar, but I couldn't place why. God, Moff Gideon, you're all like, I will take care of him myself. And what you actually mean is, I will have my minions take care of him. Oh!
No, no, no.
Look at his face!
No!
Love each other so much, no! So sick. I'm so angry. They were hurt. And then the separation in Mando's voice and in his movements when they were following him. Just fuck everything. Season 4 can just be the Mandalorians peacefully having a nice freaking life, please. Oh, Grogu, sweet boy. Oh, no. Yeah. Yep, he's stronger than you are, you bitch cowards. Going after a baby. Oof. I love you so much, Grogu. Oh. I'm upset right now, okay? Yes!
I've got this. Go save your kid.
I also think it's perfect for her to get revenge against him as well. Oh, this angel gymnast. No! No! Din, you save your boy. He was doing a brilliant job, but he needs his dad. And is I worried about you? Yes, Grogu! Their teamwork is my life. You dare, you little bitch.
Did good, kid.
You too. You did good too, Dad. That's what that was. I was like, thank you. You too.
I'm coming in hot. Clear everyone out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, brilliant idea, but we are in the middle of something right now. Grogu, Din. Oh fuck. And the Darksaber is just a blade. We've already mentioned that. Like, yes, it was a symbol, but you are the true strength of Mandalore.
Mandalorians are stronger together.
Mhm. Yep. There's my iconic duo. Oh, I am so stressed right now with this fucking ship coming in. Like, it's a brilliant idea. I'm very sad that he's probably going to die with it. But also, everyone is inside right now. It's very stressful. Oh my god, no, are you going to escape? Yes, 10 out of 10 plan. I'm glad you don't die. But everyone else might. Good. Oh, fuck. Grogu? Grogu? Oh my god! I love as well the symbolism of destroying the Imperial base with an old Imperial ship. Grogu, Grogu, Grogu. Din, din, din. Look at that angel! He's used a lot of the Force though. He's gonna be getting tired. Look at the box shielding the baby! Yes, you die, bitch. I'm fucking stressed. The Beskar will protect them and they protected Grogu, right? The Beskar protect them, they protected Grogu, right? 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 Fucking right? Him and he's shielding them. That's so beautiful, you don't. It's like they're hovering over him to protect him as best they could, but they knew it probably would be no hope. And the Grogu just saves everybody. So much. So important. Yeah, that was a really good job, my boy. And they defeated Moff Gideon. He burnt to a fucking crisp, and I'm proud of that. This is really the Mandalorians have returned.
If his parent gave permission, couldn't he then become a Mandalorian apprentice?
Yes, but his parents are far from here.
No, they're not.
They're even...
I am his
I
father.
will adopt him as my own.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
That Din Djarin is accepting this foundling as his son.
This is the way.
You are now Din Grogu, Mandalorian apprentice.
Din's the surname, okay.
You must leave.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way. Is Grogu the Mandalorian now? He's communicating with the creature. He knows the mythosaur's there, right? My heart has never been this full. Like, season 2 left me genuinely, it affected my mental health negatively, the end of season 2. This, and it sensed Grogu. Grogu is the future. The Mandalorians are home, all is well with the world. Din legally, so his name Djarin, and his surname's Din, but he legally adopted our son. His son is now legally his, as well as just everyone fucking knew it was his. Oh, this is the way. I'm so happy right now, you don't understand. Like, season 2 wrecked me. The end of season 3 has saved me. I'm so happy for them that their hope's back. And the great forge of Mandalore has been lit once again, and the Mandalorians have returned. This is the way. Oh.
We really appreciate what you did. It's a lot easier.
And I need work.
Let me get this straight.
Season 4, here we
You
come.
want to work for the New Republic?
Grogu's like, if I get
Like
snacks.
independent contractor.
Assassin droid head?
I need it for parts.
Is he gonna have the right memory circuit, which will mean Grogu won't get to ride around?
Appreciate all. To a cabin just outside of town where you can lay low with your new family if you choose so. Between adventures.
They have legally become family. Fucking legally. Okay? They are gonna go on adventures together. He's training him to be being an apprentice, so I do hope Grogu is the one that's like, you know, Dad, we could ditch the whole always having the helmet on thing, because, like, it's, you know, let your skin breathe. But, like, they could live together. They have a home. That was the biggest issue with their tiny little beautiful ship, was the fact that, like, it was brilliant to fly around in, but where the frick were they gonna live? And now they have a home. If they turn around and like, actually, season 4 is going to be about someone else, I will fight. Season 4 is going to be perfect if it's this.
And that goes for you too, Din Grogu.
Din Grogu.
And I have a gift for you.
Greetings, citizens. I am IG-11, your new marshal. Your new marshal of
Yes! The
I am
Marshal!
here to serve and
My heart has never been this full. They have a home. Can they take the helmet off around family? Is that a thing? And he can watch Grogu play at their home. Oh. I want to cry. I'm so happy. Everything. That's everything. Din Grogu the Great. He adopted him. I mean, I never expected that in 1,000 years. I knew, obviously, he was his son. No one was going to question about that. This was Din Djarin's son. No one out there, anyone who tried to question it, we would fight them, they would die. And yet, it wasn't, like, legal and official, and I kind of just assumed in the galaxy it never would be, like, this kind of adoption as well, given that they don't, like, live in a city or a state or whatever. But the fact that he legally adopted him and all of the Mandalorians accepted it, that he is his son now, he is Din Grogu. Which does make me think, should we not have been calling Mando Din? Should we have been calling him Djarin? Because is Djarin his first name and Din is his surname? I will make myself switch. It's been hard enough to learn to call him Din. I will learn to call him Djarin if need be. Please, like, but they're family now. And for Grogu, he knows his dad loves him. He knows it so much. I mean, also, like, how can I get my name on the mother? Like, I take him and he can say Din Grogu because my surname is my dad's and we don't need to get into that. But, like, I'll be his mother legally. This is the way, okay? I legally adopt him as he is my son, I'm his mother. This is the way. Okay, cool, that's legally been done now. Good to know. But, like, just for him, for any child, as much as he knows, obviously Mando chose to be with him, like, he chose Mando, but Mando chose him right back. And that is such a special moment for anybody. And it is really, really, really emotional. And then the idea that, you know, Mandalore has their home now. That is set. But a foundling, he's now no longer just a foundling, he's an apprentice. And that, well, you've got to teach your apprentice, and part of that is going and living on a journey. And they'll be able to revisit Mandalore, they'll be able to visit all the time. But I love that because kind of, otherwise you'd sort of think, well, surely they would never leave Mandalore and they'd be stuck with all the rebuilding stuff, which I think would make a fascinating show, but it wouldn't be the show that we have come to watch. But the fact that they're going to be going on adventures, taking missions, doing little trips here, there, and everywhere, while he trains him, and they're a family. It is like somebody stabbed me in the heart, but with love, and everything pure and wonderful. And it just makes me feel, I'm just so happy. Do it again, please. The fighting in the beginning of the episode was really, really stressful, but I'm always like, do you remember it? I sure don't. What fighting? Was there fighting? But no, the fighting was fantastic. The way these two worked as a team, whether from Grogu, like, as much as we know, this little pickle can be a chaos gremlin when he wants to be. He will be the cheekiest child in the world. He will run rings around you. But he also knows when it is serious. You know, I think we've even seen Grogu mature. And I think part of Grogu maturing over the last 3 seasons, which has been like a decent chunk of years, like he's probably closer to like 55 now, but part of that will be healing as well from the traumas he's been through, and from having that safety net with Mando, with having that person who is always there, always cares for him, always comes back, always protects him. And when he does something that Mando gets across and says no, he doesn't then hurt him or neglect him or abandon him. He stays constant. And I think we've really seen Grogu mature in a lot of ways, but at the same time he's always just been fantastic. And just the way he knows when things are serious, he's brave, he goes with Mando, he fights with him. I think had Mando said, look Grogu, when he was like, I need you to be brave, we have to go and find Moff Gideon and stop him, if he'd said, I need you to be brave, you're getting out of here and you're gonna hide, Grogu would not have done that. I think Grogu, at most, if Mando had been insistent, would have been like sneaking behind him. But where he goes I go, like, that is not. But the way they work together, Grogu trusts him without hesitation. They fight. The way when people hurt Din and Grogu was coming in to stop it and he was going, no, like, you don't understand what that has done to me. The look on his face when he came through those doors when Moff Gideon was fighting him, and Moff Gideon wasn't even fighting him, Moff Gideon was being a coward, and the Imperial Guards were fighting him, and his no, like, Grogu knew right there and then that, like, he did not stand a great chance against these 3 armed, super armored men, but he did it anyway. He was willing to risk everything to protect his dad, and that is love on both sides. The rest of the way, like the Mandalorians, they did excellent fighting. I'm very glad that Axe, is that his name? He didn't die. I am glad because, you know, we already lost one Mandalorian who could be annoying but was also great. The Armorer, she kicked ass. My friend's little girl is gonna absolutely adore that. She loves the Armorer. The episode was perfect, and the return was purely about the Mandalorians returning to Mandalore and getting Mandalore back and making it a place where it's going to be hard work, but as the garden showed you, the planet is resourceful. The planet will fought back. Life endures, and yeah. To begin with, they're going to take a small section near the Great Forge, and they're going to rebuild that, and then it's going to take lifetimes of work to if they ever do, to make the whole planet anything like it was before. If they even need the domes, maybe they don't anymore. Who knows? But Mandalore will endure, and the people are there, and I actually think it's fantastic that the Darksaber was broken. Maybe they'll fix it, who knows? Because the Mandalorians and Bo-Katan had put so much faith in this thing. I mean, in Rebels, we had them being like, oh, Sabine, you have the Darksaber. You're 16. Go lead Mandalore. Like there was a lot of weight put on this one thing. And I think it was very important in the previous episode, Din saying, well, I follow you. Your actions, your honor, you have proven yourself to be a leader worth following. And it's got nothing to do with you holding that stick in your hand. Like, yes, it's a very powerful, cool stick, don't get me wrong. So I absolutely love that when it ultimately came down to it, it was broken. And Moff Gideon was all like, oh yeah, you've got nothing. But that did not deter Bo-Katan. She was going to fight to the end. And they're stronger when they're together, because the three of them, this little Mandalorian included, fought together, and that is what stopped Moff Gideon. Combined with everybody else, the two different factions with their drastically different ideologies came together, and I absolutely adored it so much. Just everything about this finale was perfect. From it finishing Moff Gideon, like, please don't tell me that there's a chance he survived. Like, he was burnt to a crisp, right? Like, unless that was a force-wielding clone that put a little shield around himself and scurried off, or his armor was super fireproof. But, like, he's gone now, right? Like, without a shadow of a doubt. No, he's not. Worried. We don't have to worry about that bitch anymore. Yeah? But for them to destroy the Imperial base, so that's gone, and to destroy it with a remnant of an Empire ship, beautiful. For them to fight together, all the different people, whether it was the refugees on the planet to the, I suppose they weren't really refugees, the survivors on the planet, to the Children of the Watch, to the Bo-Katan's, like everyone came together and they fought and they bled together, and they have the waters back, they've relit the Great Forge, and it's beyond beautiful. The fighting was excellent, the way they all care about each other was excellent. I'm really glad that none of the Mandalorians turned out to be spies in the previous episode. I'm not entirely sure why the episode was called The Spies, really, because I don't think there were that many spies. There was like the spy we already knew about, and that was about it, but you know what, it's fine. It was perfect. R5 shone. I am a little bit sad that Grogu's little walker with his yes and no buttons is no more, but if they could make one out, I mean, technically, if they really like that idea, they could very easily make another one for him. Like, they could build it into one of his pods that he floats around in. It could have yes and no buttons. It could have yes, no, please, food now. They could do anything like that. It wouldn't just have to be something like that. And it was good because it meant he could walk with them, but in terms of his fighting, he did that far better when he was free and not in the walker. So he doesn't necessarily need it. It was very cute, and it was also devastating emotionally. And when it was just being cute in that first scene in the previous episode, did not foresee that it was going to be emotionally devastating in this one. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. I remember this time last year. Well, it was not last year. Like, this time last year, meaning this time last season. This time last season, that's the word I want, because it was like 2 and a bit years ago. This time last season, I was thinking, I don't want to edit this episode. I was genuinely, it affected my mental health. It's ups and downs anyway, but it was not helped. Obviously, the Book of Boba Fett last year was a revelation, but this season has just healed my soul. What anxiety and depression. I'm not going off my medication. I had this one. I'm sorry, I'm waffling. So for my hopes for next season, I will kind of hope we see Zeb in this episode. There is a tiny part of me that was like, hey, I'm pretty sure Ahsoka's going on a little mission in August. Wanna go with her? I'm not expecting them to join. They were in the Book of Boba Fett, and that was beyond a delightful revelation. I don't think they'll be joining Ahsoka in her mission, but I cannot wait for August. Fucking hell yes. That is the one beyond the Mandalorian that I'm the most excited for, is Ahsoka. I would love it if they went along to help. I think they know her. They could, but I also don't expect it. So, one thing I want to clarify as well, if anyone has even watched this far in this rambling review of me just crying with happiness in my soul is weeping with happiness right now. It's weeping with joy. I live up to my name finally. Is, can Mandalorians of the Watch, do they never take their helmets off in front of anyone? Or is it, can they amount among family? Because Basically, I think Grogu would like to see his dad's face from time to time. I would like to see Pedro Pascal's face too, but even just on a human level, I don't like the whole always wearing the helmet. I would like to think that as the Mandalorians sort of meld together a little bit more, that maybe some of the ones who always had their helmets on would decide to take them off and they wouldn't be shunned. And maybe even some of them that took them off would decide to keep them on. But yeah, I had hoped Din would come to the revelation that he didn't need to always wear his helmet, but we will see. Really not. Maybe this little guy will be the one to show him. If Grogu ever puts on a helmet and doesn't take it off, this little face was born to be seen by everyone. I mean, I will love him just the same, don't get me wrong. Nothing will impact my level of love for this sweet boy, Din Grogu, Sir Din Grogu the Great. But I will be sad because I don't think anyone's beautiful faces should be hidden. I don't know what a lot of those, you know, those Mandalorians, their actors could walk past me in the street and I would be like, I wouldn't even think about them. They would be a stranger. The only one that wouldn't be is the armorer, because I'm pretty sure she played Amara in Supernatural and I know what she looks like, and she also has a very lovely face. But on display. I'm rambling. Next season, my hopes are that we continue to follow the Mandalorian and his dad. See what I did there? No, that moment when Grogu was by the water and he sensed the mythosaur and the mythosaur sensed him. We know that force wielders can be very sensitive to animals and to creatures. I also think that, I mean, we also know that the guy that created the Darksaber was a Mandalorian Jedi, so you can be both. This little dude is the future of the galaxy. He is the future of Star Wars. He is the future of my life. He is the reason I keep going. But my hopes for next season are that we continue to follow the adventures of the Din family, that we see them going on having episodes where they go on daft bounty hunting missions. They can pop back to Lizzo's planet if we want. That was a fun place. They can have light-hearted episodes, serious, stressful episodes. They might go after an Imperial Remnant in one episode, and the next time it's some guy that's smuggling space cows. Like, it can just be a brilliant sci-fi masterpiece that it has been. People have really been critical of this season, apparently, because every episode wasn't like the last two, or like, you know, serious Imperial fighting. And like, Star Wars is more than that, for one thing. But no show, this isn't the kind of show, and it never has been the kind of show that is one plot line from start to finish. Everything is focused on that. It's always jumped around and had daft episodes. I mean, we had the awful Spider Planet episode. It wasn't an awful episode, it was a brilliant episode. The spiders were awful. You know, that is the nature of a lot of sci-fi television, that you do have daft episodes and then you have the serious episodes, and that is what makes these shows so wonderful. So I really hope we're going to see them at their home, living life, and then I hope we're going to see them going back to Mandalore and checking in there. Season 4, it's going to be the best one yet. I'm just putting it out there. He adopted him. I'm so happy seeing the way they fought together as a team. They are absolutely brilliant. And this little one is gearing up to speak. I'm telling you. Like, yeah, he's not saying words, but he makes sounds that are appropriate responses that you can understand. He is gearing up to speak. I do also think that how he's going to speak is going to be a very... I mean, obviously we could just let him do it naturally, but there are going to be a lot of discussions wondering in that writer's room about how this boy's going to speak, and if he ever will, sooner or later. But I love this so much. I would not mind if he got another similar Walker thing to IG-12. There will be other droids that maybe there is no salvaging that we could use. Also, his pods that he floats around in could get upgrades to have voice buttons. But that was just the most perfect episode of television for me I've ever seen. And I might be exaggerating slightly because of how happy I feel right now, but it was up there. Like, you know, the season 2 finale, I did not rewatch. Something about me. These shows that I adore, my mum doesn't like watching them week by week because she can't deal with the stress of having to wait. So I watch them with her, like The Mandalorian, probably this weekend actually. We're gonna sit down and just binge all of this season. And we did not do that after season 2. She knew how season 2 ended because I came downstairs distraught. But when Boba Fett came out, we even watched it. This season, however, I'll be rewatching again and again and again and again and again. And I don't even mind the end of season 2 because it's all gonna be okay. But yeah, this was phenomenal. I'm so happy. I could babble on about how happy I am that he adopted him and everything, but I have talked about that about 10 times already. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.